Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being so patient in chat. We were just going through a few. Wait, I can hear myself. No. Oh no.
You had one job.
Yeah. Us hearing him.
We had a few technical difficulties, and that's why we were slightly delayed to going live. But we are here and we are ready. And Pete has written a lovely tweet that he was really excited to read out before he was hearing himself talk through his own microphone. So Pete, go ahead, tell him what we're talking about tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we do this every time. We just make sure that I have any spelling mistakes or it's currency. We all know that I can't get my words out at the best of times. Right, so 4.6 is live. Been out for a little bit. How have you found the event? Are you happy with the rewards? Are there too many missions? And did you end up joining a server-wide party? Plus, we have something later, a little bit of speculation on a potential brand deal that we think we've spotted. We wanted to talk about it a couple weeks ago. It kind of got put to the rear, and now we're going to talk about it tonight. So, around the rooms, boys, have you been in 4.6?
Go on, Jeff.
Yes. Yes, I've already completed the event.
You should know by now, I don't play Star Citizen. I've seen a lot of stuff though. I've seen a lot of content. I've seen everyone's finishing it.
It's easy, man. It's too easy. I don't think they meant to make it shareable. Well, no, they did, but they probably shouldn't have done, really.
But now they're going to go back on that and now be at detriment to everybody else that hasn't started missions yet.
They can't. I think it is just, live with it. If you really want, add a part 2 and have a separate thing. But all the rewards are really good rewards. Like, I'm really chuffed with every single thing that I've unlocked from this event. Item Fabricator being a huge one. And it took me a day to do all of it. I've got over 10k in all of it. And the problem is, I mean, it's lovely. It's a lovely problem to have because everyone's joining like the server-wide groups. So then everyone's working together and it takes no time at all to smash through the missions when you've got 100 people in or however many people it is in a party all doing it. But it just feels like maybe there should have been like some form of limitations. Like you can't all get missions. Like it's server-based missions, so once it's accepted, maybe would have been a better way. I don't know, but it's good. I've been really enjoying it. Really, really, really fun gameplay. Yeah. CJ, you haven't even dived in yet, have you?
No, not yet. So I've been away. So they dropped 4.6. I am actually, for once this year, eager to get involved in the game. But they dropped it when I was literally heading out for a time. So I will be getting it downloaded. I will be playing it. But at the moment, I've just been living in social media and how people have been doing it. I've noticed a bit of a drama with how people are completing these missions, right? If it's shared between the server, that's why all of these streamers and content creators are getting it done quickly. Because they're just going to put a tweet out on there and go, oh yeah, I'm playing it this time. Everyone's going to be getting on their server and then doing the mission for them.
No, not like, honestly.
Is that how you did it, George? Is that how you did it?
Every time I've joined a server, everyone in chat is going, is anyone hosting a party or whatever? Someone says, yeah, add this person on Spectrum. Everyone adds that person. 5 minutes later, you get an invite, and you're just working together with a bunch of people. It does feel really great. I think Gridimus was bang on saying like it feels like an MMO for the first time. It's a beautiful thing working with all the other players in like harmony in different systems. Nix and Stanton doing missions and everyone's saying who's doing cargo, who's doing collections, who's doing defense. Oh yeah, we're going over here. It's really nice. It's great. Maybe they should have just increased it a certain amount more because it would have been harder, or had it scale by party size or something. I don't know, but it needed to be done slightly differently. But am I annoyed it took me a day to do it? No. But then am I annoyed that there's nothing? That event's done now for me for the next 2 months until the next patch? A little bit. But yeah, it's great. Get on and play it. It's a really, really fun event. The gameplay's good. Engineering's great. The rewards are fantastic. Get involved, mate.
The rewards do look quite nice.
Have you seen the Asgard? I maybe want to buy one. They know what they're doing.
Talking about rewards, though, I'd like to go back to the last event where they did the rewards with the MTC for the headhunters and that. And I sort of like, I slept on that. I was like, I'm so busy at the moment. I had to cull a bit of like Star Citizen time. And then I went with a group that I don't usually go with the other night. and there's an MTC in game. I was like, oh wow, this is the first time I actually seen the MTC like unironically in the verse, and I was like, let's go and have a look. And they had the Headhunters skin on it. I was like, oh cool. And then the reverse side is beautiful. It's like tattooed skulls on the vehicle, and I missed out. Yeah, I got it. Got the feels.
Fair.
Don't sleep on the events.
Don't sleep on the events.
Big regret.
Yeah, no, the it seems pretty nice. They've got to do a part 2 or something, because they've run this event with timeline up to March, I think. There was like some time in March the event was supposed to run till. If everyone's completed it, and people were completed like day 1 as well, then yeah, I don't know, because now the verse is just going to be quiet. Apart from a couple of things we've got going on with a sneak peek as well. You just sent to me on Dart. I like that. We'll cover that in a little bit. But yeah, no. I think they probably did anticipate it taking a lot longer, but I'm hoping they don't change anything.
I think the hard task that CIG have with these events is you can't bank on everyone having the same social desires. Not everyone wants to talk to other people or play with other people or be in a party with other people. Some people just want to play on their own. And if you make it more than that, and this is easily soloable over the course of like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, like you can do it even if you don't play the game that much. Like 10,000 isn't ridiculous, but and that's by design. So CIG are sort of catering for, let's make sure people that play on their own can do it, but then how do they then scale it? And they haven't really got any systems in place to stop the scaling. Even if it was that every time it's shared, it decreases by a percentage, 10% less XP every time it gets shared. So if you share about amongst 50 people, you're losing a lot of XP to the point where it's minuscule because it's so easy. Maybe that's a way to do it. But I like that they have built that environment where people want to work together. Go on a server now, and I guarantee the first thing you'll see is someone asking, "Who's hosting the event party? Can you invite me?" And then everyone working together. It is really nice, I have to say. It's building bridges, and that's nice. And then you have the odd person who's out there camping the gateways that's doing loads of murder hoboing, which is great. It's definitely a good, fun thing to be happening, because then you have these massive parties of players that are like, everyone hold up, we need to go and kill this idiot, and then we can continue doing our stuff. It's really good. I like it's bringing people together. It's cool. But yeah, maybe a bit scaling.
Yeah, it used to be scaled, didn't it? Missions. It used to split 50-50. Well, it used to split evenly between your parties. So you invite 8 people onto a bounty, and the profits got split 8 ways. But then people complained about that, because then people went, oh, what's the point of playing in a group? Because you've split it evenly between 8 people, and now you're not earning any money. Like, you're earning nothing. Sorry, Gredimus. Literally, the first thing I read was Space KY Jelly. So, but like, there was one, I think it was time and time ago on the Xeno Threat one, it was like destroy the Polaris, or whatever the mission was, destroy the Hammerhead, and it got shared to the server. And when it was shared to the server, you got like under 1k AUEC for completing these missions. Like, it was nothing. So there needs to be, like you say, some sort of scaling, like percentage of the work done. Like, if you did 90% of the mission, you get 90% of the money. But how are they going to manage that? How are they going to keep that data and work it out on the fly? It's easy when you're fighting a ship, right? Because it'd be, damage percentage. Like, how much you did damage. But then if you're fighting a player bounty and someone's using a quantum entanglement field, they're doing no damage to the enemy ship, but they are carrying that mission. Like, there's probably situations like that where people are EMPing PvE ships, or hitting them with missiles, or targeting like PDCs to knock PDCs off. They might not be doing the amount of damage that a Ares Inferno is doing from like 10k's away, like constantly Gatling. So I don't know. There's some probably quite hard scaling issues, but just don't split the mission that much, and then it would make the missions harder and the rewards better.
I'm really glad that a lot of this stuff is you can't buy. Like it's genuine rewards for completing it, which they've done in the past, right? That's nothing new. But the more we see of that, the better. Where they don't put stuff on the store and you can actually only get it through doing these events.
What are you talking about specifically? What things?
Shit paints or armors that are like, or even if it's variants of armor, because I do severely think that this game should be a cosmetic store because that's how they'll survive, like selling paints and armor skins, not armor specifically, but the skins for it, right? But I do like that there's some exclusivity in some stuff because I don't know if you've noticed this, but CIG are now going back through their catalog and sort of reselling stuff that kind of felt unique when we got it at the time, like all of the best in shows paints, you know, like, but also the Aurora, right? The Aurora, when that was sold, there was these special paints. I've got all of them, I think, like the Electro Verse one and the Pirate and all these really rare things that came out back in 2014, 15 when I backed it, that have not been in the game until now. They're now in, and I think Jared said in the latest SCL that they might sell it. They'll see if there's a demand, which of course there will be. So they're going to sell those paints again. Part of me thinks, okay, cool, whatever, they need to make money, so they're just going to sell it. The other part of me thinks, if it was part of a stretch goal, they shouldn't be reselling it, because that is the whole point of backing early. So I'm in two minds. How do you guys feel about that? Should they be going back and selling old stuff because who cares? Or do you feel there should be some exclusivity for backing the game 10 years ago?
Go on, one dot. I'm going to let my blood boil a little bit more. I'm just going to build up the hate for it, but yeah, go on.
Yes and no, obviously. You don't want to be the one that's got the FOMO after the fact, like an MTC skin, and you're like already like, well, we're kind of doing testing, so eventually the event is going to roll around in 1.0 and we get to do the rewards again. But then at the same point, you're like, but I like that I have the 100+ other things that I've done that I can flex on people. And oh, that's really cool. How'd you get that? You can't. You had to be there, like, you know, grandfather here, like, yeah. But it's, yeah, I get what you mean. There should be a bit of heritage involved in the game, and it's good to see. So, alas, I will never have that MTC skin. At least for now. There might be a way to cheese stuff later on. I do, at the same time. So, Saber-Raven, really beautiful ship, but only comes with 2 months of insurance. So I'm just hoping that never disappears, or that it degrades to something different.
No, if it's something you've bought, then it's under warranty. So you'll always own it. It's just you won't have free insurance for when you get it back. So that 2-month insurance means you'll be able to get it back for free and then eventually you can't, but you'll be able to buy more insurance in game. So it's only if you forget to reinsure it.
But that's the thing. So you've got it, you forgot to insure it for 2 months. Are we going to see Saber-Ravens being removed, essentially? Because no one has actually bought it unless you went via grey market, which is obviously sort of semi-endorsed, but not really endorsed, because it was given away as part of a trade. So you buy the SSD.
It's locked to your hanger.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
No, it's locked to your hanger. You won't see it. Nothing that you've got with real money or that's on your CIG account locked to your hanger, the website, will be lost. Like, it will all be insurable for free. And if you have LTI, then it's indefinite. I hate LTI. I don't think they ever should. That should never have been a thing. You should always have to reinsure your ships or pay to get them back at some stage if you forget to reinsure them. That whole idea of LTI and LTI tokens and all that bollocks, I hate it. I get why it works, because a lot of people kind of go, well, I'm going to buy that $50 ground vehicle because I get an LTI token. So they're very smart on the way they've done it, because I know people will spend that little bit of money just to get that token. But I hate it personally. I think it takes so much away from the end product, because you never have to worry about it. Do you know what I mean?
So
I'm
going to go back a hand angle towards what you're saying about the reselling of exclusive things, right? The earlier point.
I tried to get out of it.
Yeah, no, that was the fucking most annoying, stupid idea. And even if they didn't resell it, right? So I've been after a Drake Dragonfly Star Kitten for years. It's the only ship that I know that I would never own because I couldn't get one. And I knew
No, you haven't.
And I come to terms with that. And now I have it, but not only do I have it, everyone has one of the rarest vehicles in the game. Everyone has it. It is no longer the rarest vehicle in the game. It is now just another pointless ground vehicle that you might as well just have the base version. The Yellow Jacket is probably now more rare than the Star Kitten is.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm glad I've got a Yellow Jacket as well. So what's the point of grinding for things? Like why if you had a Dragonfly Star Kitten back in the day, back in 2016, for that 1 month recruitment drive that they did, that you had to recruit X amount of people to get this ship skin, or this ship. Why, like you said, the heritage thing, like and One Dart, what they did is old granddad thing, is back in my day, back in 2016 or whenever it was, I did this and I got this and this is what I've got to show for it. Whereas now it's, oh, I played the game during this year, now I've got everything. Best in show. The best in show skins that ever came out were the white, was it 2950 or 2949? 2950, I think it was.
Yeah.
The 2950 skins were the best in show skins they've ever done. And And yeah, and when people had them, or when someone pulled it out, people would flock to that vehicle on the pad and be like, oh, that's nice. I like that.
Screenshot.
Whereas now, you can't move without seeing one. So I kind of think, like, what's the point of going, oh, like the FOMO of certain things, when they're just going to do them? And someone said in chat as well, they'll run all these events again when 1.0 comes up. Because they have to run these events again. Because using their own logic of nothing sacred, everything gets farmed and rinsed and repeat time and time again. Like Ardors, right? I missed the mission for the Ardor 3 repeaters, and I missed it because of game bugs and, you know, having a life. So I couldn't complete the missions at that point. I'm not that bothered because they're going to run these missions again, because they're not going to keep Ardors as time-based things when there's, at this exact moment in time, there is not a single thing in the verse that has been locked to like a time frame, because they're just going back and rinse and repeating things. I'm waiting for CIG to have a get out clause with AMD and Intel, and you'll just be able to just go and buy a Saber Raven or a Mustang Mega, because I reckon they will, or maybe not buy with real money, because then that might form some legality infringement. But I'm waiting for him to be able to be like purchasable in game for money, because I doubt they must be long on the contract before they can do that. That's the only sacred thing that's left. Oh, and the limited editions, the Valkyrie like Liberator edition and the Nautilus Solstice edition, but they'll be resold again at some point because of money.
Yeah, it's a hard one because I actually agree with you fully. Like I hate that it happens, because I want to have something that I can pull out that maybe obviously not only I have. I mean, that would be great, right? If there was something you could earn in the game that only you've managed to earn, then that's amazing. What a feeling, right? That's really good. But also, I want to be able to like pull out a paint and people go, oh, that's sick. Where did you get that paint? That's really cool. Oh, you can only get it during this event or whatever. Sick. But on the other side, I do feel like, should people be punished for not being aware of the project at the time of when that paint was released on the store? I think if it was something you could purchase for a limited time, I think that should be resold. Anything that was limited time for sale, I think that should always be resold, because someone might have only got their gaming PC this year, and their favorite paint that they've seen in the game came out 2 years ago. Should they be punished for not having a gaming PC? Do you know what I mean? So I feel like for anything that was sold, 100% people should be able to go back and get that. But on the flip side, anything that's been earned, I think should be sacred in the moment, because it's so hard, because then you're punishing people for not playing at that time.
They're not being punished for not playing at that time. They're just not being rewarded for not contributing to the project during that time.
That's a better way to put it. Yeah,
People that were
fair.
rewarded for
Fair.
being a backer, right? So people that are rewarded for being a backer in 2016 and getting people to play the pledge get Starkit and Dragonfly. That is genuinely fair in my eyes, but the fact that now everyone's got it for a referral, as well, that was dirty.
I'd
What
be
do What do you think they would give to Evo?
Nothing. There's no such thing as
No.
Evo
You reckon?
anymore.
You reckon absolutely nothing?
No.
Thank
no.
you for
Maybe a
testing
badge.
the game hardcore.
Badge.
Like,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you get a badge, but now they're farming people to
Spectrum
Evo.
badge.
Everyone's getting an NDA. Like, here's an NDA. Here's an NDA. Like,
I think they went for people that were actually actively playing the game, like a lot, as opposed to just
so start
Submit
renouncing people
reports.
that haven't.
No, I
True.
think it should be based on the bug reports you make. Really, like if there's someone that has made 100 bug reports this year, get them in Evo. If they're not, like realistically, like I'll be honest, I'm in Evo. If a playtest comes out when I'm awake, because usually it's at like 3 o'clock in the morning and I don't know about it, so I'm not going to be there because I've got a job. But if there's like a time where I'm available to play it, I will play it. But if not, I usually miss them. I've missed the last 3 Evo patches. When I do play them, I might make one or two bug reports, maybe if I find any. But usually I'm playing for like an hour and then I stop. I'm not a good Evo tester. I'll be the first to hold my hand up and say that. I do my bit when I can, but there's definitely people out there that deserve it way more than me that would sit there and meticulously test a new mechanic and make bug reports. They're the people that you want in Evo. So I think if you're someone that's made loads of bug reports throughout your account, they're the people they should be dragging into Evo. Like now, get them in. Anyone that hasn't made a single bug report, get them out. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. Because that's what Evo's for. It's not for content creators to go and get the scoop to talk about it to their communities beforehand, and it's not about people to go and piss about in. It's really for testing. So that's the level that I feel with it. So if there's loads of people getting farmed in that are making a good change, let them have it, I'd say.
No, I get it. I would love to see. We said this last week. I said this last week. Evo teams, like an Evo NA, Evo EU, and Evo. Well, there's no development team in the Asian region, but that are focused towards testing different things. So, like Evo NA might get this random ship to fly around and test during their Evo sessions, and then Evo EU might get something to test during their sessions. They may not necessarily overlap, which is fine in my opinion. And they like an Evo NA team is completely separate to Evo like EU team, but they get different things to test. Smaller communities, so you can nice cup GFA. Smaller communities where you can there we go, nice. Where you can test separate things and then ultimately pull it all together for the team. And maybe like once, like, do you know when the tech preview comes out, they do like everyone like all Evo from EU and NA together. But what's killing is definitely the American timeline for Evo testing, because when they did the Pyro stuff, I only got one session in, I think, because they released it at like 6 o'clock, whereas every other one was at 10, 11 and later on kind of thing. And the last thing I want to do at like 10 o'clock at night is download an Evo patch, boot up the game, and then it's gone like 1 o'clock by the time I've actually managed to find something worth testing. And
yeah, when they did the Valakar missions, Pete and I was up till like 3 a.m. because it came out at like 1, and we actually really enjoyed that. But go on, sorry.
Yeah. And one of the weirdest things as well was when I did that Pyro playtest, it was buttery smooth. Like, it was weird. Like, I couldn't have even got on and submitted a bug report if I wanted to. Jump straight in, do the jump, no dramas. Like, less issues than when I actually played live. So,
CJ, can you turn your microphone up slightly, please?
yeah. What about now? But yeah, no, I had no dramas on my live build, on my Evo build, but yeah. Much better. I thought you'd like me to turn my voice down. I've got a really monotone, boring voice. I'm going to start
Just
putting
mute it.
filters on. Yeah, okay. Yeah. We'll do the rest of the night.
Say this, but boopers noted.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to do Evo stuff, but, you know, consider Europeans with kids and jobs.
It's not even just that. It's like you say, it get released at 1:30, 2, 3 in the morning, which is all cool for America. They get to play the evening. We have to then get up and go to work, and by the time we get from work, it's wave 1. And it's like, man, leave it up for like a couple of days.
That has irked me in the last few things. It's gone. They've put out. WAC has put something on Spectrum, and it's been like, oh yeah, it'll be Evo for a couple of hours, and then dependent, it will go to wave 1. So by the time I've done my install and loaded up the game and done anything, it's wave 1 anyway. So kind of, what's the point? But
that's been more of a recent thing, and I
Yeah.
think that might just be because, I mean, when we have managed to get into Evo, there's been no one in there, which means they're getting no meaningful testing. So they're probably getting more meaningful testing by releasing to wave 1. So
that's why they need a cull. If they're going to
that's
add people
why-
in,
well,
get people out.
I just think
Yeah.
get rid of it, personally.
Yeah.
I don't see the point of it. Like, just have a testing environment and the live build. That's it. And when you want to test all the stuff, no matter how early and rubbish it is, unless you specifically need to test it with a very small amount of people, like 10, 15, 20 people, in which case, why is it not happening internally? But if it needs to be like a small set, then fine, that's where Evo comes in. Everything else, just everyone knows it's a test. Why not? It should just be like a request. You download the PTU if you know you want to test stuff. And for anyone that doesn't want to know too much about the live patch, they don't want to spoil it. Because I've got friends that will say, I'm not touching the PTU, even though I've got access to it because I want to wait for live. I don't want to spoil it. Completely fine. We very, very commonly lose sight that this is still a testing environment. The game's a test. It's not a game. I can't even really call it a game. It's a sandbox tech test build, like alpha build to get to the game and help them develop it. So whenever people sort of complain about the game and say this is rubbish, that's bad, this is slow, it's like, yeah, it is, but it's also, this is a test still. It can't be judged as a game, even though it's been 13 years.
Yeah.
So it's a tough line to walk, but I really don't know why we bother with Evo. I think we should just have 2 different versions. They do market it like a live service. That is true. Gridimus. They market it as if it's a live service, already playable, perfectly flawless. The content team, they're the real goats. They make if the content team made a short movie, like in Star Citizen universe lore, the ships, the player models, I would watch that. Like an animated series, all day long. They are so talented. The ship trailers are just unbelievable. They make you want to buy the game.
I hold your horses there from it. Although visually it's striking and entertaining, we've just had an insight with the podcast, which I don't think anyone enjoyed. So if you've got that coming from the content team alongside visuals, I don't think it'd be much better.
Oh, I see what you mean. What, the podcast show?
Yeah. If that's their quality testing point, this is me dunking on it for a change. That
Stop being
podcast
so
was abysmal.
negative.
Get him!
Stop
Negative
whining.
Nancy. it was awful. It was awful, and I think anyone can just be honest and say, yeah, that was crap, and no one listened to it. Not one person said, oh, I really enjoyed that.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
Was
But
it? Is that?
The ship commercials are incredible.
Yeah. Is that podcast thing they put out? Is that like an AI generated thing?
No.
Because it's really hard to listen to. It doesn't, like, when they're speaking, it sounds AI generated to me. It sounds like it's a script. Even if the script is AI generated or something, it just doesn't flow. Words don't make sense. It's got enforced humor and stuff like that.
I just think like they've got good voice actors that have done other parts of the game. Pay them to do it. It felt like that. It felt like it wasn't. It's like it felt like if they got me to do it. Like, I'm not a voice actor. I'm not an actor. If you gave me a script to read, I'd probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
It felt too amateur hour scripted. It didn't feel good. It didn't sound good. It didn't flow good. It didn't serve the lore. It just was a bit rubbish, and that's really harsh. And I'm sorry to the people that made it. Like, it just wasn't good. But that's not saying that it couldn't be. Like, we need these things in the game. We need the lore. We need the radio and the podcast service, and we need to listen to it back. And these, like, the feeling of being in a universe and listening to a radio station. We need it, but either pay for decent voice actors that are actually going to do a good job, or outsource it maybe because there's so many other platforms that already or people that are already creating that content. I don't know. I think there's better ways to skin that cat, and the game desperately needs some like in-law media.
Yeah, no, for
and
sure.
That wasn't it.
Why don't they get a group of friends that maybe already do a podcast, and then, you know, just get them involved, running like a little inverse podcast. Doesn't even have to be us, but it shouldn't be anyone else, kind of thing. Yeah, you know. Yeah, it was quite hard. When it obviously popped up and said, oh, the whole thing when this podcast, what was it called, Talking Ship, and when that came up, I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. Click on it, listen to it. I genuinely was like 3 minutes in, and I was like, bro, I'm just I can't.
Wasn't for me.
Yeah, it weren't for me. There's probably there are people that like don't have time to go and watch all the content or follow in social media and see what's happening, so they just chuck that on and can listen to it in the car. But yeah, not for me. Not something that not something I can listen to. Got done over on YouTube. What's happened? Have we added a radio or something? Yeah, Talking Ship was like a bit of an attempt at like a I'm not going to hate on it because people probably do like it. We just don't. But it's like a podcast that they've created, which is basically reading the patch notes effectively and some scripted communication about it. But yeah, again, what Dingus said, bring back Jax McCleary. Those videos, they were something else.
Oh, they were. There was just better ways to do it. The game needs it, and I feel like it was like I don't know. I don't even know what it was meant to be because it never made it into the game. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who was thinking what was being done. I just don't know. It felt like a big waste of time personally. But
some people might enjoy it.
I don't want to knock it too hard because I want them to try again and get it in game, but just don't want it to be that because it was rubbish. But like, yeah, we need that. We need like lore podcasts where it's like acting as characters that we can listen to while we're flying around. We desperately need that.
I'm on board though with outsourcing it, like Carlito said. Outsource it to streamers. Outsource it to people that create content about Star Citizen or Star Citizen. Because
even if people make submissions, like Expat Brat, could you imagine? I would listen to Expat Brat doing it. She would be fantastic because that's kind of what she does every stream. Like, there's people that are better at doing it than the people that did that. So it's so complicated because there's contracts, NDAs, and money, and it's a hard ask. Like, you've just got to hire people, but I don't know, man. I just think you could always say send in submissions, and if you're happy to let us use it for free. Do you know how many content creators out there that make really good stuff? I would send a submission. I'm not very good. People like Fatbird would send a submission. They're really good. Swanky would send a submission. He's really good. You could have voice actors send stuff in, and it would be amazing. I just don't understand why that was the play. But
Dr. Jekyll has struck.
Jesus.
Oh, damn.
With 5 subs. Thank you very much, the Doctor.
That is a lot of Q and a lot of D all over the screen. Oh, and a lot of my character created model. I forgot that was still there.
I've still got it. I can still load that up.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, thank you for the gifted subs there. Noodle, IRL Boss, Shiny Soap Bubbles, Micro and Carlito, you all got a sub off that. Oh, thank you. It's been quite nice. Holm gifted a sub, got a sub as well. Dr. Shaquille gave his own sub. And then Exo Wolf with a sub. Sinclair with a follow. A lot of stuff happening today. Dan, I've just sent you the link to the Talking Shop stuff that they do. Poke 'em and tell them it's shit. But
I don't want it to dishearten the team, because
No,
I think
no.
the content team is one of the best teams at CIG, other than the vehicle artist team. Don't worry then. But
vehicle artists are the best part of the game, right? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, of course.
They make the ships, they make the money. They're just carrying CIG on their back.
But I think the content team, I just love the ship trailers and the work they put out, and everything that Jared does is, as much as he gets a bit of stick because he's like the face, really. I think everything they put out is like top tier. I really do, and the ship trailers are phenomenal. As I said, I'd watch that if that was an animated show. So I don't want to like knock on this project hard until they don't feel like they can go again and like feel disheartened. I just don't think that was it. Whether it was the script, the setup, the fact that it was kind of just disconjointed, the voice actors, I don't know what it was, or maybe it's all of those things. Just try again. But
let's put it this way: you never learn from making something perfect the first time. You only ever learn from mistakes, and mistakes were clearly made. I am really on board with the whole submission thing. You say, right, okay, we want content making 4-star citizen in this sort of vein on these subject headings. Let's see what you can come up with. They will learn from people. They will be able to implement their own ideas, put it all in the mixing pot, and come up with a much better product. It'd be pretty cool going around the verse. And, you got a bit of, Super Mac. You got a bit of Board Gamer. You got some Molly 43.
I'd be
maybe
gutted.
some Sorty Mike.
I'd be gutted if CIG don't look at the content creators that have been like supporting the game and really pushing the projects more than even marketing. To be honest, like the content creators have done more than any marketing will do, because that's why companies pay content creators to market their game, because it's the best way to market a game in this day and age. I would be gutted if people like Board Gamer didn't have some voice lines in the game at some point, even if it's like a news broadcast, like as an in-game little moment, whether it was in Squadron or in Star Citizen, because no matter what way you want to spin it, they've done more for the game than a lot of, than almost anyone else. Obviously than the developers, but outside of them, like content creators have basically pushed the game and sold it. I mean, just look at the referral bonuses on people like Morph to tell you like they've done more for the game than anyone could really speak about. So there should definitely be something to go back to them in regard to like a little. I know they've got their name in the credits, but I would feel disgusted if like Board wasn't in there, Morph wasn't in there, just a little voice line, one character, a bartender or something. It just seems a bit like you've modeled it as an open project, an open development project where they're sharing development with us. You've also got people that have basically sold the game for you, so maybe give back. That's how I feel. Shoot me.
Well, we got
That'd be cool.
Noodle raised the point that we just said just the vehicle art team are carrying the team. Okay, right, vehicle art team and Mercedes. All right. And that's it. But then also, so I've raised this point before, and I genuinely think that CIG would be able to pull it off and it would work well. I just don't think they would like to, because they would be giving away a little bit of the freedom. But I think the one game that does it well is Farming Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator and all of those games, because there's a radio show in the game that basically someone in the real world talks and produces their own entire radio program. And don't know how it works, whether it's via API or whether it's just pulled in from the game itself, so pulled in from external. But then that radio show is then displayed in there. So in the real world, they'll be talking about weather up and down the country of the greatest of Britons that we're in. But then they'd also go, on Interstate 96 in Euro Truck Sim, this player's like, there's been a traffic jam, so avoid that route. And then going across to this area where they're farming, and they'll be like, this person's currently finished their like 15-acre crop kind of thing. And it's all linked in, but you can go on a website, you can request songs, like an actual proper songs that they'll play over your in-game radio station that you can flick through. So I think it would be really nice if we had like quantum, I don't know, whatever we want to call it, quantum FM in the game that people could tune to, and it would just be us chatting. But then we can then have people via like an API that we could have Board Gamer effectively reach out and restream through us into the game, kind of thing, and then have all these content creators have 30-minute slots, and we'll do the interim. Obviously, it'd be a lot pre-record because it'd be a 24/7 job. But yeah, and anyone in any shard in any server could then tune to us via their MFDs or via their com link, and then listen in. But imagine how cool it would be. You're flying around and go, oh, if you're on the Euro shard, are you on the European shard, are currently traveling to Nix? Just so you know, we've had alerts from Carlito that someone's doing interdictions at the jump gate. So then everyone that's in that kind of shard, in that European certain shard number, can go, oh, someone's doing this in this place. And people can do that at the same time. And they could dial in. You can get dial-in's probably a bit awkward because last thing you want is someone just to drop a slur whilst they're dialed in, and that's it. You're cancelled from the game. But yeah, I think that would be really cool. It'd be funny if you just plod along and going, oh yeah, just so you know, anyone on this shard, Gridimus has just jumped in with his massive org event, so get out of there because your server frame is going to tank down to 0, kind of thing. So yeah, it'd be really cool.
The hardest thing is music licensing. Like, to have a radio station, you have to pay all the licenses for all the music you want to play. Like, because we could make a radio station for Star Citizen that we could just send people, say, when you're playing the game, go listen to this, and it's just something that we're hosting and we talk, and we're just like this podcast, we're allowed to talk about the game as much as we want. We can talk about it in there as well and have a radio station that people can listen to. The problem is the music, which then you get into the realm of, well, we can't make music. We don't have any money to pay an artist to make music. We don't have the licenses to anyone else's music. And then we have to end up going to AI, which 70% of people hate because it's AI, and the other 30% like indifferent. They'll listen to it, but they know it's still AI and a bit shit. So it's like, what do you do, really? Like, from our standpoint, we would love to make a radio station that can be played while people fly around outside of the game, because we're never going to be in the game.
Yeah.
But it's just too much. But for CIG, if they could get licensing for certain songs to then have a radio station, or I don't know, outsource to a band. I don't know how it'd work, or they hire their own band. I'm sure there's loads of staff members that play instruments and can sing. That would be really cool to see if they could like make their own music and put it in the game. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I've got two amazing composers. I'm sure they can come up with something.
Yeah.
Even if they just stick to more like a classical style radio.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
Well, they could just get a license with BBC, because you can get BBC Sounds, and then you can effectively, if you pay for that, you can play all the music from there. But I don't know how it'd work, because like you can use BBC Sounds, and that would then add to their stats for the creators, and then the creators would get paid back their way. But if you're broadcasting it over potentially thousands of people that are playing the game simultaneously, then I don't know. Yeah, I get it. I don't know how Eurotruck Sim does it. I don't know. They won't have licensing because you can request any song, so they won't have a license to play anything. Maybe because it's done by a third-party company, that the game company have effectively shirked off all responsibility. It's not down to the game company then, is it? It's down to the individual. So,
well, then you get PRS, which is public royalty. So if they've got like an income stream that covers that, then you can do that.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's something to food for thought for them if they ever got that feedback. I think that would be really cool, because you could just fly around and you can just listen to people. A French person starts streaming though, like, turn it off.
I just want to fly from Lorville to Orison, and as I'm warping over, the static over the radio comes on, because I lose connection to the radio station at Lorville that's just been talking about how bad the pollution is.
Yeah.
And suddenly the beautiful like Orison music starts to come in, the strings, and then it's just, you hear a voice crackle in, and it's the beautiful city of Orison here, a Crusader, and it's, you know, you can just have that complete in-universe feeling of going from one like station to another, or one planet to another, and you feel like you've left it, because it still feels very hollow right now when you jump across. It doesn't even feel like you're traveling from one place to another. It just kind of feels like a loading screen, even though it's not. If that makes any sense, like quantum jumping feels like a loading screen right now, even though the whole point is that it isn't. It's all happening real time, because I don't know about you guys. I feel too scared to walk around my ship because I've fallen out of it too many times. So I just sit in my seat, and there's nothing to do right now. I can't go on my mobi-glass and do anything because nothing to do.
Yeah.
A radio station would add some of that, put you into that immersive game state. But yeah, radio stations, I know they're coming. We know they're coming. I'm pretty sure Jared's mentioned it on a ISC like 5 years ago. We know they want to do it. So yeah, I just hope it comes soon because it's desperately needed.
Yeah.
That was a tangent, boys.
Yeah,
We started off by absolute talking shit about talking ship, and then we ended up on there.
Yeah,
talk about
that's what we do.
potential Brendel.
Let's stay on SC real quick because we've got the sneak peek that I can just pull up. I think they'll be quite useful. I'm actually going to get rid of that because it's there we go.
So obviously we know
What's
what
this ship?
This is the minimal salvage variant,
Yes.
which doesn't really make much sense to me. If you make the mole modular, fit components that you can't even see, you could achieve essentially the same thing. Because mining laser takes debris in, crushes it up, puts it in a container, you take the container and do what you do with it. Whereas salvaging breaks down the material, crushes it, puts it in the container. There's no real differences between them. It doesn't need a whole different ship. Make one for sure, so you know if you're running with a crew of 2, not a crew of 3, or potentially 4, you don't have that full complement, then sure, go for the smaller one. But
Yes.
it's a bit needless in my opinion, but fine all the same.
Yeah. For anyone that doesn't like any, I don't know if it's a leak because they've got a picture from somewhere. But if you don't like leaks, close your eyes. You've been warned.
No, wait, what? What are we doing?
So
We don't do leaks here.
no, there's a picture that got released, but it's a silhouette, right? They've got a silhouette from somewhere.
That's from ISC. Is it the Pokemon silhouette?
Yeah. I'm just gonna show it. That one.
That was from.
I've not seen this.
Yeah, that was in ISC.
Was it?
Yeah. Because Jared showed that and he said, "I'm not going to tell you what it is," and then everyone was like, "We know what it is. That's a mole with a mining head on it, or a salvage head on it." Sorry.
Okay,
So-
I must have missed that one.
Salvage claw.
So you can see what we've got going on. Obviously, it's got the standard mole-looking engine placements. Turret on the top, by the looks of it. Salvage claw, whatever that is. Don't know why my Alexa's kicking off. Shush.
Gridibus wants to know
That's a scraping
we
module.
what we
That's a
think it's
salvage
going to be
module.
called.
Oh yeah, it's down there. What was it going to be called?
Just soul.
What we got? We got
I heard someone say the hyena
no.
somewhere. I can't
Argo
remember who it was.
squirrel. No.
Oh no.
The Argo. What's their naming convention? Is it all animals? So they've got the Argo mole.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the Argo raft. What's that? It's not an animal. There's no naming convention with Argo, is there?
No, not a.
Well, we've got the mole, which is all about going underground, isn't it? Let's try and theory craft this. The mole's all about digging underground, mining, digging. That's a mole. What would salvage be? Like a raven? No, I can't have saber raven.
My favourite animal, the CSV. Yeah. I had a pet CSV once.
The Argo CSV. Yeah, I really thought it was animals because I thought mole. Then I started to go through all the other Argo ships. I was like, yeah, no.
MPOV, CSV. Yeah, they do acronym quite well, don't they? Is the mole an acronym?
Mining
It's, yeah.
over laser erections.
Yes.
What would be the acronym?
Wait, what? Of what? What did you say?
Huh?
It's the multi-operator laser extractor.
Okay, so let's say it was a salvage. Multi-operator laser salvage. Mols? No, it's not going to be that, is it?
No, it won't
Slom.
be close.
Maybe I'll go Slom.
Slom, yeah. No, it won't.
Wolverine
it won't
is a
be,
good shout.
It won't be too close to a mole either. It'll be something else. But is it going to be multi-seat? I assume so because it's got a turret. So it'll be the M something.
The Argo Beaver.
Beaver. Yeah.
because they like gnaw at little bits of wood and build dams. Like that's what you're scraping.
Because they
you're
gnaw at
stripping.
wood.
Damn.
Yeah, I'll go beaver.
Yeah.
And then people say, "Hey, nice beaver."
No.
That was a terrible time to cut back to our cameras.
I don't know what it's going to be called.
That'd
I'll
be
go magpie.
pretty cool. I'm actually going to go back because I can scroll through a couple of images. We've got the
Coromor.
the
Coming
Coromor
up.
stuff coming up. The
That's
armors,
next
the armors look pretty meh. But I mean, another time to get the Heartseeker.
That's last year's.
Is that last year's armor?
Yeah, it's last year's. It'll be up again, I'm sure. Is this the Coromor armor?
Yeah. Well, we've got the referral. So for a new player, you've got the Avril. I think that's the Avril armor set. And then for a veteran, you get the hover quad.
Are we doing
It's
leaks?
not.
These aren't leaks.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not as appealing as it used to be. Like you both get the ship.
Yeah.
That was a real appeal to it.
What do you mean?
Well, when you signed up to play the game from someone's referral code, yeah, you get the little money bump, but you would also get, like, if there's a hover quad, you would both get a hover quad.
Yeah.
Now
Oh,
it's
is that
just
not
the
happening anymore?
referrer gets a
No,
hover
yeah,
quad,
it's
and
just
the
a referrer.
referee gets an armor set.
But that's this for this
Where's-
cycle, right? For last cycle, they got. Did they get the Starkit and Dragonfly?
Yeah, this is like this.
No.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. All right.
This is like the second or third time they've done this now.
Okay. And then we've got obviously Red Festival. And it just feels like we've just had a Red Festival. Has it been a year already? And then the upcoming event, details about the Hermes, which we haven't actually covered, and then obviously that. So yeah,
Well, we've got probably 10 minutes left. We probably don't have time for a concierge challenge. Shall we go through the Hermes and the potential
2
Brands-
months, you say?
integration we wanted to talk about?
Yeah, we've got 2 minutes. If we want to.
We were 5 minutes late, weren't we?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can stick.
Put a poll up. Do you want us to keep going?
No, because by the time the poll's been answered, it'll be 2 minutes anyway. So yeah, so obviously Hermes. How do you? What criticisms have you seen? Because I've seen quite a few.
It should have been a variant. Why are the paints not interchangeable? Like,
'Cause
obviously,
more money.
I know the reason why, but like, then the argument is, well, you've also got the differences in the like the Aquila and the Phoenix, that's slightly different silhouettes.
It's the name, I think, isn't it? The paints, because one's literally says Apollo on it and one says Hermes, and one's medical, one's not. So I think they want to keep it separate. I don't mind that so much.
Yeah. So
The paints.
It's the Asgard Valkyrie all over again, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
but like
And then you've got all the different saber variants, and their skins are interchangeable.
The back door's too small. The back door's too small.
Do you little
But-
thing?
The ramp is just too it's too narrow to get any wide ass ground vehicles through. So you're limited to what ground vehicles can fit on. But you can just about cram some of them on, but then it's too narrow, too short, too squat. So getting like I haven't tried. I can't imagine trying to get like a fat SCU crate through it. Yeah, I don't know. It's all right. It's very slow. They made this whole thing about it being a blockade runner and being fast. It ain't. Like, it's fast in a straight line once you get up to speed. Acceleration is one of the slowest accelerations I've seen of a ship that size. Other than that, it's all right. Combat capabilities are decent for 4 size 4s, and they're slave to the pilot. So that's pretty good. Turns all right.
There was also people saying that they'd referred to it as the first time RSI have looked at a medium freighter. Completely forgetting Zeus Mark II SCL. Completely forgetting like the Constellation. Can't remember which one. Andromeda.
well,
So they've had ships that fit that as well. So it was never the rebrand to every.
Yeah.
That's all I can think about is if this is coming from an EU team, and the EU team have followed the naming convention, they've literally just gone, you know what, we're going to call it the Hermes, and it needs to be a crap cargo vehicle. It needs to be crap because it fits with the name. And then if they've actually like accidentally stumbled across this, you've got a gold mine. You now need to get the ship skin in there with the every logos on the side of the ship, and then it just randomly, cargo just needs to randomly drop through the floor of it, never to be seen again, and it just disappears into the ether. But yeah, I like Gridimus, and who said earlier, Dingus said earlier, it still has triage written on the floor. So it's obviously not the same vehicle chassis. If it's got this, it obviously is the same vehicle chassis if it's using the same component parts. But Hermes was an A team. So they've accidentally stumbled across that gold mine. Damn. I think the EU team needs to take that back over. Yeah, you've probably got a mixed tap. Yeah, get the 2 taps in there. Get an every paint skin for it. You'll sell more. Guaranteed. But yeah,
I don't know if we've ever covered it on this podcast. I've got a friend who had a parcel delivery from Every. The guy turns up at his house, sees that his upstairs window is open, doesn't think to put it on the, or knock at the door. He tries lobbing it through the upstairs window, completely misses. The parcel ends up on his roof in the gutter.
The tractor beam on the rail is amazing. I'll say that.
I've heard about that, but it needs to have it needs to have like a steps rather than being fully extended or fully retracted. I think it needs to be able to slide on the rail, so like you
control it
around, and have it like like Kalita says, it doesn't stop. It needs to be able to stop because it's a long rail as well. So
yeah, it should. You need the plaid to control it, and also the place. I don't know who thought about the place of the control panel. But my God, are you a millimeter away from death every time you bring a big crate through? Because you're standing in the middle of the room. Like, it should have been indented a little bit. Take a bit of whatever you need to out and just indent it a bit. You're standing in the firing line of anything coming through there on that tractor beam.
Yeah.
It's not just it's not good.
I'm trying to enhance, but I'm not technically literate enough. But yeah. No, I get what you mean, because imagine if you've got it clicked on, and because you can engage the tractor beam whilst you're holding a box and then have it move on the rail whilst not breaking the lock. Imagine it hurtles all the way down here, accidentally breaks the lock, or one SCU container is about to enter your backside. Like, that's never going to be fun. Is that the console on the right hand side?
On the right, yeah.
Oh,
so,
right, okay.
And the crates are not that small. That's not to scale. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I've been pulling big crates through, and I've nearly taken my own legs off.
Yeah. No, I get you. But still, it looks stupid.
Just needed to be indented like a little alcove that was safe, or just somewhere else entirely would have been good.
Yeah.
But it is. I like it. I can see my. I would. If I owned one, I wouldn't be sad. I think it's really nice. But
if I was given one, I wouldn't be sad. But
would you put it in your concierge fleet?
No.
Because it's a high value ship. So if anyone's looking at the concierge challenge, by the way, it's a high value ship. It takes a quarter of your capability, and it carries nothing that you need to be able to carry. In terms of like ground vehicles, like can it take an Ursa?
Yeah. It's this plagued of the same problem the Apollo was. They absolutely fucked up the back of it. And it's just an absolute worthless back end, unfortunately, ground vehicle oriented. So, yeah, I don't know. It's all right. It's all right. It wouldn't be in my fleet.
It's like a specific cargo vehicle, right? And it's specific to small units of cargo. Like, can you throw a 32 SCU container through there and park it in nicely? I don't actually know. I've not had a look.
If you can fit an 8, you'd be able to fit a 32.
It's very snug.
Yeah, but it shouldn't.
I don't think it goes 3 high either.
Smith Drew says, yeah, 32s are nicely okay. But what about the door? Like getting it in through the back door. Is it a drama? Like someone said earlier, when you're using an ATLS to load cargo, you kind of need it to be able to go around the ATLS for it to have that space in there for it to work properly.
I think it's too short. because you've got the rail above you, and the ATLS holds it above, doesn't it? It holds it up a bit. I feel like it's too squat. There's not many ships that work with the ATLS, to be honest. I think the C2 is literally it.
The raft.
That works well. Oh, the raft is amazing. The raft is just peak.
And we can actually cover the raft as well. Yeah, we can cover that price increase.
Yeah.
Did it deserve it? Go around the table. Did it deserve that price increase?
100%.
Sure. One duck.
No. No,
What?
it was 125. It worked. It did well for that event where we had to do it loads and loads and loads. Nothing's changed. Why has the price changed so much?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not as much as it did, but it definitely needed to go up. I would have had it maybe around 150.
I agree.
I think when you look at where it is.
Yeah, but definitely not as much as it did. It's external cargo, so it's easily piratable. And then it's got no defensive capability. Like, you aren't going to be outrunning any pirates. You aren't going to be protecting yourself against any pirates. And I know the idea is you're not supposed to. You're supposed to like have a fleet composition to help carry these cargo. But if I've got a couple of players protecting my convoy of like 2 rafts or 3 rafts, I'd rather have just had a C2 and then had all those players in the turrets, and it would have been a lot better off. A lot more cargo, a lot better protected. And it's internal as well, so not simply piratable. The cargo increase needs some increase. I think it needs more cargo.
I mean, if I give you a what's around that price, then you can maybe see if you think it's worth that.
I fully understand where you're coming from, because I know the ships around the area. Like the SCL is cheaper, carries less cargo, granted, all inside. That's quick. It works. It has defensive capability. It has loot and scoot capability. The raft doesn't.
Yeah.
Therefore, should probably be behind it in price.
Yeah. So where would you put it around the?
I'd put it at 150.
Yeah, 150 around the Expanse. The Freelancer Max. It feels like it's probably a Freelancer Max range of ship. 150. I think that's a good spot. 190 is a bit steep, definitely.
140.
You 140? You think less than the Freelancer Max?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's external cargo. Realistically,
yeah, I get it.
It was
it's just
a railgun that penetrated the shields as they should do. Like the sledge mash drivers shoot off components if they hit them. You should be able to shoot off cargo from a ship that's got external cargo on it. I don't know if you can, because I don't know if the game functions like that. But realistically, you should be able to.
You will be able to eventually, surely, with like Maelstrom, because you can shoot individual engines off. So surely you'll be able to shoot off cargo.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, should be able to. I agree with what Carlito says though. Rather have a cap. 100% need to have the grids on the doors, not actually on the bed, because when they come out and then it pulls all the cargo out of it, that would turn it into an S tier cargo hauler for me.
You won't have it fold into the cargo bay from the doors.
Yes. So like it magnetizes onto the door, so when it comes up, it like scoops it in, but then it holds it in there. Maybe if it like lowers down once it's in the ship and it rests on the ground, so it's not stupid like heavy. But that would be really, really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my 2 pence. And it's Drake, so I'm always gonna love a cat if you get the cat out. I need to pick up the best in show skin for the Caterpillar.
I'm a big fan of the Caterpillar.
Caterpillar is probably one of the best cargo ships.
They successfully tested the detaching module, didn't they?
I've not seen. I've been so out of sorts with the social media side of it. I've missed all the ICs and the lot.
Internal testing, I think they said that they've had a successful test of the decoupling and recoupling of the command module of the Caterpillar, and this was to test for the Drake Ironclad.
Nice.
So that worked as well. So we have got working detaching and reattaching modules, like command modules for the Caterpillar and Ironclad. So that's on its way. TM maybe next year, maybe end of this year, probably end of this year with the Ironclad. I think the big ship this year is the Galaxy, right? They said for Invictus.
Yes.
No, IAE. So next year, probably this time next year, maybe we'll get the Ironclad, something like that. But yeah, Really exciting times. I love the Caterpillar, so I'm really excited to see that get some TLC. I hope they do a full gold pass on it, get rid of the walkways, all that jazz. I don't think the walkways have any real need.
I like them.
They kind of just block cargo.
Nah, I'm happy with the walkways. I really want them to do the modularity that was rumoured or released or announced, whatever. But imagine having one cargo module, med bay, crafting bay, lounge area, dropship pod. Cat's going to be the ship that everyone goes to. It's going to be the number one.
How long? What's the limit? How long can you make it modular?
Peen. Look at your light behind you. Your hex light. Just keep adding them on. Adding them on.
How many people have sent me a screenshot of that saying, "Why have you got a light that looks like a penis in the back of your setup?"
If the whole
It's a whole sea.
The last.
If
It's
the
a whole sea.
If the whole sea can get longer, then so can the cat.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Come on, Mercedes. Come on, Dan. Make it work.
But yeah, we covered the peen light last time.
Yeah.
Bean light.
Maybe if the gantries like went away, and when you press the door, the gantry then came down, and the door opened, and then you can walk across, and then the gantry went back up again once the door closed. A lot of unnecessary
mind
work, but don't know, something.
Yeah, just in the way, man.
Everyone wants a modular cat. That's what people want.
That's what the people want.
That's what the people want. If people getting a Aurora with the wings fold out, we're getting a modular cat.
Do they fold out?
No, not yet. But Mark II will, I think, was the premise.
Oh, okay. We've just had the gold pass, haven't we?
We've
Not
had
the
the
Mark
gold
II.
pass,
That's
yeah.
right.
When the Mark II comes out, they've said it will do Scorpius things.
The gold pass with the power plant in the roof, wasn't it? Isn't that what it was?
I don't know. I'm never going to own one, so I'm not that bothered.
I think the power plant is only accessible on the roof, but the only way you can get to it from the ground is by tipping the Aurora upside down to get to it. So if you have to repair it, you've got to tractor beam it and turn it over.
Oh, that makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we've overrun. Do you have anything?
Did
have
we
one more
want to touch on the keyboard?
Oh yes, yeah. We'll cover that.
All right, and then we'll wrap up.
So they released.
Pete, this was something you were keen to talk
that's
about, right?
enough. There we go. Done.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Cool. One dark. You can talk about it. I'll get it up.
Yeah, you go and get it up.
Who's getting what up? Hold up.
Hold up.
Wait a minute. Say get right.
The hex light's getting bigger.
Extend all the peanut.
So, yeah, Corsair recently announced their keyboard with the Stream Deck attachment, and yeah, it looks like a bit of a gadget. I'm a massive keyboard nut. Keyboards galore just hanging around my house. But
Not even just in his office, just around the house.
Yeah. There is
they've all
chandeliers. They're
His
they're
plates in the kitchen, all just
In
keyboards.
fact,
he turns
scroll
he
up.
turns the RGB up for when he wants lights on in that part of the house.
Gets out of the shower and wraps himself in keyboards.
That's up.
So as you noticed, Star Citizen even I did not know this, but Star Citizen appears on there.
Mhm.
So this further reinforces my theory. The moment they announced this keyboard, the RSI Twitter retweeted them with a little side eye. Are we going to see a Corsair X Star Citizen collaboration? Because I know they said they were never going to do them again, but the evidence is definitely pointing towards they're going to do it again. And my little theory crafting head says, well, we already have the Corsair in game, and it's called the Galleon, and the Galleon would fit under the Drake interplanetary branding language of repurposing old naval terms and like ship classes. So are we going to see something happen? Now, are these keyboards out yet? Can you order them? Or
Yeah.
you buy now. So where's it gonna where's the
You
collaboration?
you can buy it. You do need to remortgage though to purchase it if you want one.
Look, if you want a decent keyboard, it's going to cost money, and this one comes with more than just bells and whistles. I mean, if you're going to go into this and go, oh yeah, we're going to get a really good keyboard because One Darky's got keyboards and stuff, they have all of the buzzwords, but the really important information isn't contained within their specifications. So we don't know what kind of material the plate is, and that really sort of like hones your sound at your keyboard. Which, if you played around with keyboards, you'll know the differences between them. But yeah, there's no mention of whether the PCB that makes up the keyboard is pre-cut, giving you flex, so you've got a bit of suspension. But they do mention it's gasket mounted, which means it's equally cushioned. So yeah, I mean, it's all there. Would I want to spend this much on it? Probably not. Not when I've got a Stream Deck in front of me.
That's it.
But yeah, it is intriguing to see RSI
keyboard
tweet it out.
Keys. Yes, same.
Yeah. And also now seeing on the Corsair website that they are featuring Star Citizen on the keyboard.
Yeah, I mean,
it would have been nice as well if they'd approached Icon City to utilize their packs or get him to make a new pack special for this keyboard, but they haven't.
No, I mean, he'll be able to make it because it's just a Stream Deck. It's just a Stream Deck bolted onto the side of a keyboard. I like it. I think if you don't own a Stream Deck, it's really cool. I don't know how it works if you already have a Stream Deck and you have that. Is it two separate programmable Stream Deck? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you can have
as
multiple
many
Stream
as you
Decks.
want, yeah.
Oh, okay, so you can have. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I like it. I think it's cool. I don't know what I'd use it for. Like I saw, and I'm not throwing shade at another creator here for the sake of showing shade. I'm sure, but I'm gonna say it just because I saw the video and it made me laugh a little bit. Is it Ender Space?
Oh yeah,
Drummer.
Enterprise.
Enterprise. This is so awful. I don't know his full name again. Yeah, Enterprise. I think that's it. He made a video on this the other day, and he was like saying, "Oh, how cool is this keyboard? Look what I can do with it." And he was like, "I can make my ship flight ready," and he pressed a button. And he was like, "I can turn on my engines and press the button." I was like,
You can do that with a keyboard anyway.
"Go 3 keys to the left, and you can press the key and do it as well." Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna show it off with like actual features. Like, it's just, he was like, "Oh, look what I can do! I can just the I button's just there. It does the same thing." But I get the premise. Yeah, I get the.
It would make more sense if he was like, I can call ATC with this.
He did do that because that's a key bind and that's fine. But it was the singular keys like flight ready and engines on. I was like, they're already on the keyboard.
Yeah, you can call ATC anyway. It's the request for landing button.
It's Alt N.
Oh, N.
Yeah,
it's a double. Yeah.
Yeah,
but it's still 2 keys.
But it's the same hand. You've either got to now go from WASD if you're a mouse and keyboard player, and then do it, or even worse. A lot of people use sticks, so now they've got to take their hands off one of their sticks to go and press a button, which they've probably got bound to their sticks. I don't know. Do
you know what? That's irrelevant. It's how people want to play, how they consume the games is completely down to them. Like, if they've got sticks, they're not going to need this. If they've got a keyboard, they're not going to need this. But, but it's swazzy, and it looks cool.
I like it.
If I had the option to own that keyboard, or to own an F8C, I know what one I'm going to take. 9 times out of 10, the keyboard, because the F8C is shit. But then you can get an Eclipse for the same price, and I know which one I'd rather have. Eclipse every day. But I mean, like I say, you've got the 12 keys on the Stream Deck. So if you've got a Stream Deck like the small one, yeah, it's a bit of an upgrade. But I wouldn't have Star Citizen binds on it personally. I would have like my social media binds, like mute in Discord and unmute in Discord. So you have to take your hand away for those things, but you are still quite limited with just 12 buttons. Like what you like, there's not a lot. Like I've got the Stream Deck XL, and if I was to put Star Citizen binds on there, I'd run out straight away. And I know you can do folders and stuff like that, but I don't know.
I like it. I think it's a good product. I think for me, I use my number pad so much. Yeah. So I know you can turn it into a numpad, but then that defeats the object of having it if it's just going to if it's going to be a numpad, I might as well have a numpad.
Yes.
So for me, I just struggle because I use my numpad so much that I always get 100% size keyboards. I never go smaller than 100% on the keyboard size. It's just personal preference. And then I have a full-size Stream Deck, so I kind of just think I like my setup this way. So I personally don't have a use case for it. But if you don't own a Stream Deck, I think it's a really solid keyboard. I think the keyboard itself is really cool. And the Stream Deck they sell with it, which is the one with the little nozzles. It's like the Wave, whatever it's called, the Stream Deck Plus, the one with all the touchscreen wave things. Them alone are 200 quid. So essentially, you're getting a keyboard for £100. So it's not actually that bad. It's a very good keyboard as well. It's basically what I've got. I've got the K100. It's essentially the same keyboard with a Stream Deck on the side. Similar keys as well. So yeah, if I was in the market for a keyboard, I would absolutely consider it. But I already have a Corsair keyboard and a Stream Deck, so I kind of feel like I don't. For me, it's not something I would need to do. But it's nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Go on, Peter. I can see you eagerly want to show us.
When you go smaller than the 100%, though, you do save a lot of space on the key on the desk. So this is obviously a 65%, and then so this is
Starfield.
It's Starfield inspired key capture. So that's essentially the size of 100%.
Kind of person he is.
Doesn't look much more, but you can just separate it. You can put this wherever you want. You can hide it if you need. I think it's only when you're doing spreadsheets and accounting you need stuff like this. Equally, you can keybind to this, so it kind of negates the need for a Stream Deck at the end, but whatever. But it is really handy. You can chuck it in a day sack and go off and do whatever you're doing. It is nicer to have that space on the desk. It allows more space for a keyboard. It allows more space for like a VR headset, iPads, and crap that I've got in front of me as well. But yeah, it's very freeing, is what I'm saying. Is when you get rid of that last portion that you don't really use that much.
Yeah, I personally use it I've never not used it on a daily basis. For me, I don't use the numbers at the top of my keyboard. If they were gone, I would be fine. Other than the fact I need them for like the pound sign symbols.
Yeah.
But
so I've got.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I've got as soon as we're showing off our keyboards, I got the Pro X 10 keyless. It's wireless. It's the light speed switches and stuff like that. And I've got the Power Play mouse. So like, there's no battery in this. It's super light, and it disconnects to the keyboard. The keyboard then connects to the PC. And I mean, it's got the D-pad, and it's got your normal keys and your function keys. You don't need a number pad. Like maybe in the 90s it was probably like useful, but I've got 1 to 0 and all of the buttons like there. Like I get it's quicker, but I don't care. Like I'm not doing accountancy things, right? I'm not doing pressing numbers really, really quickly. And if I'm doing loads of numbers and I'm trying to do addition, stuff like that, all I'm doing is I'm putting it into Copilot anyway. I don't need to do maths anymore. So yeah. I use my calculator on the PC anyway, so I don't need like millions of numbers. I just click it with my mouse because I'm not a peasant. But yeah, that's me. Now we showed our desk off. GFA, what you got?
I can't. Mine's wired, which is why I wanted to change it.
Boo.
I know. But Pete might have sold me on a shorter keyboard. Now I've seen the numpad separation thing that I could get, but
this is Bluetooth
they're so
as
expensive,
well,
man.
so you can have it wherever you want.
I know, it's just to get a good one, you're looking
Glorious.
at a lot of money.
I think it's not cheap, but it's not exactly expensive unless you go crazy on it and change the plates and change the keycaps and the switches and lubricate it and stabilize.
But that's what I would do, Pete. That's what I would start
it's
doing.
A step you can take. You can take it all at once if you want, or you can take it step by step.
What we need is a keyboard sponsorship.
Well, as we were talking. Prototypist keyboards went live, so I might go and ask him. Say, hey, do you want to do this? We're going to.
Do they do normal keyboards for like normal people?
No.
Okay, right.
No.
I wouldn't mind a shorter keyboard with the numpad on the side. I've just got mine all thocky though. I've lubed up all my keys, and I've got the PBTs. It's like nice and thocky all of a sudden.
Right, we're saying words now. We're dragging this out. I don't know what thocky means, mate, but whatever you want.
You can hear it.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Have we got any more keyboard connoisseurs in chat is what I want to know. I love having conversations about the keyboards. I'm so boring like this.
We've got people that wants to go to bed.
There you go. Look, it's a pudding keycap, CJ. Do you know what a pudding key
I know what puddings are.
Yeah, I love them. They're great. They like glow at the bottom. They look like little puddings.
I think next year for Daymar Rally, I'm going to use an old keyboard. Like, do you know the old ones with the old the analog plugs on the back with a trackball mouse, and
with 1 foot missing, so every time you hit a key, the keyboard just
yeah. Yeah,
clack,
exactly.
clack, 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 clack.
Yeah, the wrist support, but like half of it's been chewed out by a toddler. Mine probably at that point. But yeah, cool. Anyway, we digress. Do you have any more points? It's getting very late.
No.
Go and play the patch. It's fun.
Go and play it. It's good.
Although I still don't understand why when you go to protect a caterpillar, the caterpillar starts shooting you.
CIG.
Like, that's crazy. Elliot, where are you? Get in this chat.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go play some Hunt Showdown. It's so good. It's honestly so good. Crytek
It's a great
sponsor
game.
me, I will happily jump ship and never play Star Citizen again. Like, without a doubt.
Come and run contested zones with us for a little bit. But no, Hunt Showdown is a fantastic game.
Hunt
I'm a
Showdown's
big
fantastic.
lover of Hunt. We have never played it together, CJ, which is wild to me.
Yeah, maybe you should stop playing Star Citizen.
Nah.
Should make Hunt Showdown podcast. I reckon we'll pop off.
It's such a good game.
What would you talk about?
I don't know. Brody
The
ain't got no
new
front teeth.
characters.
George has got a shiny head. Like, between us, we don't need to talk about the game. Yeah, true. One Dot did retire from Hunt and he played it for about 3 minutes.
It's a great game.
Yeah.
I do want to get into Arc Raiders a bit more as well. I need to play more of that.
Right, now we're waffling. Now we're reaching.
Now Gridimus is asking for us to go and play a different game on stream 1 day a week. Would you guys be interested in that?
Yeah, would
What's that?
people be interested in gameplay rather than podcast? Not Hunt.
It's talking about not just Star Citizen, it would be other stuff as well. Maybe we go and play Schedule 1. Something like that.
I can hear
Would you be
the
interested?
tumbleweed and the whistling.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Screamer
right.
says
Screamer
yes.
Yes. All right. Got a dispatch drug special. Yeah. All right. All right. Foxhole stream. Yeah, maybe.
Foxhole.
Maybe.
Stella Montes freeloadies.
Pass. You can get swanky.
No, no Carlito.
No. Right. Cool. Anyway.
Time for bed, yes.
Yeah.
Time for bed.
Yeah. Anyway. Right. I'm good. Anything from you guys?
Obviously, no concierge challenge this week, despite it saying somewhere. I swear there was a title put out somewhere. But so I guess that's returning next week.
Yeah. We'll do a few next week. We'll prioritize getting the backlog done. There's a few small ones which are people going to get graded 2s and 3s for. But yeah, we'll go through and catch up on a couple of those. Yeah, I'll fix the concierge challenge generator as well. And by fixed, I mean I just deleted the one link that was causing issues. So made people use a different one. But yeah, cool. As Screamer put it, toodles.
Yeah. Thank you very, very much for watching, everyone. Enjoy 4.6. Enjoy the Alliance Aid missions. They are good fun. And we will see you next Sunday. Sunday. Where CJ would have played some Star Citizen 4.6 and he'll be out there in the verse and for the first time ever actually play Star Citizen 4.0's out, CJ. You should go and find out. I'm going to stop this because we're going to get copyright strike. Goodbye.